Hey everybody, this is Grace, and yeah, I'm back in my SUV today doing a video. Sometimes I do, I'm driving down the road, but my thing shakes too much, and this only happened since I got this this SUV, this new SUV. Yeah, it shakes, and no matter what I do, it's going to shake. Yeah, so that's annoying. But anyway, when I walked out here, I remembered there's a truck sitting back there, and I don't know that truck. I've never seen it before, but it's on the road. But still, it's on, like, there's no designated parking area. These are homes that we bought. People bought. We all bought our houses. I think there may be some renters in one house, but anyway. I had made a video yesterday. I think at the beginning of it, I had mentioned that I had been sitting at the park making videos, and a weird way a car turned the corner and came down the road. They came like sideways. Yeah, like got close to me. I was, parked like I'm supposed to be parked, and along the road, and they just turned the corner, and it wasn't right in front of me, but when they got to me, they came real close and got behind me and parked, the wrong direction. And just when they passed me, I saw them, and they looked kind of, I didn't know. And then when I was sitting out making the video, when I said that, at the end of it, somebody came behind me. It was a different kind of, size car and everything. And I was sitting out here, and at the end of our driveway, they just stopped, or right there, and we have had that happen, many times, and they just stop. And one of them was really freaky one, but anyway, let me finish this one. And then they turned around, and they came back, and they slowed down, and then somebody came and parked the same kind of car, where this truck is right now. I'm like, that's freaky. Like I was saying, I'd heard that about a lot of carjackings these days. So sure, I worry about that, it was probably fresh on my mind, but still, that's kind of freaky. One time, it was really, really bad, is I had gone to a pharmacy to pick up my medications, and the pharmacy tech and the pharmacist, they were both females, they went all off on me because she filled my prescription wrong. Right. Yeah, they shouldn't fill things wrong. Okay. And so I said I want mine back. I want my prescription done right and all that. Anyway, it went into a big ordeal because not only were they doing it to me, but they were doing something to another customer. I was videoing all that I could, because I still have the videos up on an account I don't use, on a channel I don't use. But when I wasn't videoing, because I was doing it on my cell phone, I was calling their corporate office and telling them what they were doing. I even showed her the phone. I said, I have your corporate office on the phone. And she was like, I don't care. That was the pharmacist. It was really bad. It was really bad scene. I was in the drive-thru, and but just her verbal abuse, and the pharmacy tech's verbal abuse, and there was a young guy, I guess maybe he was learning the ropes or whatever, and his eyes were real big, and he was like total shocked that this was going on. He knew it wasn't right, and the other customer, they were doing it too. Okay, seriously, that was bad. And anyway, when I got home from there, because they sent me to another one, and all this stuff. I said, why? I asked the corporate office, I said, why, since I'm on the phone with you, can't you call her and tell her she needs to stop? That they both need to stop treating us this way. Well, we has to go through the district manager. I said, no, I'm calling you straight, right here, the corporate office. You need to do something. This is what she's doing. And anyway, I've been treated with... anyway, I'll go on from there. But when I got home, and I won't go on from there, but when I got home, I don't remember when it was, later that day, whatever, but somebody came to my house, parked behind my driveway on the other side of the road. There is no reason for anybody to park there. The only thing there is my house. Okay? Anybody else's, they could go and park in front of their house or something like that. But it was a man in a little white two-door, I think it was white two-door car. He just sat there staring at me. That was freaky. Seriously, freaky. And he did not budge for a long, long while. Yeah. I did videos on that, about that. On my original channel that I talked about basically toxic people. Okay. Bullies and, along this line. And it was more than one video, I think, because it was a very long situation that went on. But, yeah. I told myself I'm going to try to make the videos just keep making the same, not do clips, just do it all in one. Because I switched from KindMaster back to Famorigo. And I've gone back and forth between, but the last time I did it, changed back to KindMaster, was because Famorigo said you couldn't make longer than 15 minutes. Well, when I checked it yesterday, because KindMaster changed some things and I don't like it, I thought it was doing something else, but I think it's me that's doing that. By putting a sticker on it, makes the screens shorter. I'm going to see when I upload these videos from today. But anyway, Famorigo has changed it, apparently, because I was able to do one that was 30-something minutes. So, I was testing it out. I got rid of KindMaster again. I don't like when they can change just little things in any of these. And I don't like that, because I like to get to know one of them. And you just use that one, and you don't have to add, change so much. You can add stuff, but when you change things so much that it's like, oh, how am I going to work this? And because the last time, boy, it was a mess for me. Oh my goodness, when I had to go from Famorigo to KindMaster, what a mess. I was having troubles with uploading, and from the beginning I had one on my phone itself, and then they took that off. Just took it off. It wasn't any of those. It was just on my phone when I got my phone. I got used to that. Nope, I'm going to change it. Couldn't even use it because they no longer had it. They took it off completely. So I'm doing a stream of consciousness here, but I can go back and forth. But really, I'm gonna, I wanted to try to do it with one clip, so that one clip might be like some pauses. The only problem I have, the bigger problem I have with doing one clip, with all in one shot, is that I have allergies, and every once in a while I have to cough and sneeze or something like that. There's that, and also I've had the phone fall in the middle of a video, and it goes swirling down and all that. And I've also had deleted a clip before, and I had to go through all that I had, and so if I had one really long clip and accidentally deleted it, yeah, that's frustrating. But yeah, that's how frustrating it was with those changes too, when I had to go from Famorigo to KindMaster, and I had troubles with technology all around, and yeah, lost a bunch of videos I made. When I would go and listen to them to put in the tags and everything, it would be just the first few words or sentences, and that was it, or the last ones. That was it. All the rest of it was gone, and that kept changing. I had to go several times to do them, And I would lose them because I would think, okay, I uploaded and I could get it off my phone. I have to delete it, all those clips, and then it was gone. That was it. So, no more. I couldn't make the video. The video was corrupted, so I don't know. But the reason I wanted to try that is because I wanted, on Filmorigo, they have filters, and I want to try the filters out. It doesn't look like just what YouTube has. YouTube needs some better ones. Yeah. And my phone itself, what it has, and there's so many, but with KindMaster, I couldn't do them. I could not find filters. So, and the one I had before, when I had from Morgo, they were really nice. They had a bunch of different things, and they go and change it. So I don't like when things change so quickly. I remember I've had my phone, my cell phone, the number, not the phone, but the number for almost 20 years. And you wouldn't believe how many changes have come about with just the cell phone itself. But I remember one time, after many years, I had the phone, and I called and I said, something's going wrong with my phone, and the actual phone. And I said, I don't know what to do about it. So she walked me through it. And before I asked her, I said, how long have I had this phone? I said, has it been about 2 years, 2.5 years? And she laughed and she said, well, actually, yes. And I think it was that day. It was something really weird like that day. I said, because that's typical. As soon as it reached, I think it was 2 years exactly, and something goes wrong with the phone. And she started laughing. She laughed in a way and let me know in a way that, that's how it went. But it's the same kind of thing with computers. I've said that for years. I'm holding on to this computer I have right now. And it's probably 3 years old. I don't know. But around this time is when something's going to go wrong with it. I had my first computer back in 1982, I think. Yeah. So, yeah. I pretty much had them. I think for some of the 80s I didn't have any, but I have, since 1990, I'm fairly certain. 1990, 1991, and ever since then, I've had a computer. And it's just, that's not researched. I just want to make that clear. That is not research. That is just what has happened to me. That's not fact. That's not mean it's going to happen to everybody in the world. That's just how it's been for me. I really, lately, I've seen so many people think that they're doing research. Oh, I have to say, okay, now, just for the record, I'm a social and behavioral scientist. I had to learn so much about different, qualitative and quantitative research. Okay, I can go on from there to talk about that. So when they get up there and they say they've done the research and this is how it is and this is how it would be for everybody, no, it's not. It's not how it works. But they put themselves up as a voice of authority on it because they may have done this little bit of research. And their research is their own experience with something. And they want to generalize that one experience, one set of experiences that they've had to what it would be for everybody. The people who think in that way, everybody, none. All you have to do is test it one time and that's it. And that would, like I said, generalize it over to everybody. No, that's not how it works. It is not how it works. And for somebody like me, when I hear somebody like that say that, if I were the type to say, that's just downright stupid, that's what I would say. Okay? It would show their ignorance. It would show, actually, their narcissism, in my view. It depends on what it is, but it would show that to me. That they want to have some kind of, notoriety. Now I'm not going to be able to say that just because I messed it up the first time. But they want to be noticed for something and to be thought of as having something that they don't have. Because they went out there and they just did this. I'm going to go and test this and test to see if this happens, if I do this, all day long. If I do this one little thing. Is that, and if it does, that means that it would happen to everybody that way. It's always like that. Because, they have a hard time believing that something can happen to them that's not good repeatedly in one day, that it wouldn't happen to everybody. They believe that it would. If it happened to them, it would happen to everybody. And they can't see beyond that. They can't see beyond coincidences. They couldn't see behind that. It could just be something in your area. It could just be something that you're doing yourself, that you're doing wrong. No. They're not going to listen to the word wrong. They're not going to hear the word wrong associated with them. Okay? And they're not going to listen to anybody say, that's not research. That's just what happened to you that day, that time, that place. They're not going to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Stop to look at this little book that I had about, it's actually, what is it called? It's called the Quick Reference to the Diagnostic Criteria from DSM 4TM. What did I need to say DM? Anyway. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I was reading again, the part like about the narcissistic personality disorder. They meet these, I'm not talking about anybody having the disorder. I've never known anybody that had, anything but borderline personality disorder that were diagnosed with it. And I think many of the people that I have known who had really bad behaviors, that some would say that they were borderline, actually some have been diagnosed as borderline, and that they have these other, they have like narcissistic expression. Some call it that, narcissistic expression or histrionic expression. What I've seen a lot of is people who have the combination of histrionic and narcissistic behaviors. Some quite psycho, to tell you the truth. Really. That's not in the DSM. It's psychopaths. But at least I haven't seen it. I have the 4. Yeah. TR. I think. Yeah. I'm losing my voice, can you tell? But anyway, I need to make a video for this channel. I just put one up a while ago, and then, like I was saying, at the end of it, that weird thing had happened. Let's go back to the front. The weird thing happened about that car driving behind me, and when I walked out here to make this video, I saw that truck and all. But that's kind of scary. I mean, that's a coincidence. You see, too many people don't believe in coincidences, and that something like that can happen, within, say, 24 hours, or the same day, whatever it is. They don't believe it. They believe there's something spooky going on. I'm not a person who believes in something spooky. Now, I can get, like, something just startles me, but at some point my brain kicks in and says, okay, well, this is probably what's going on, and then you usually find out that is what's going on, but anybody can, get scared, frightened, whatever, because they don't understand the situation or whatever it is. And then weird, creepy things, probably should have called that creepy things, happen, like somebody just stops right behind your driveway and just, like they're staring. Yeah, some would say they're scoping out the neighborhood and all that, and I could agree. That probably has happened. And, but while I'm on this topic, I want to talk about things, about people saying things about something being, let me get to that. Be able to do those in one long clip, with allergies and my throat, it's sore. It's starting to feel sore. Yeah, my car, my SUV, by the way, is back to that funny pollen-covered color. Yeah. Anyway, as far as people who believe that they're seeing ghosts and they're seeing orbs and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I grew up with my mother, and I grew up with both my parents and my siblings in the same house the whole time, and my mother was a conspiracy theorist. Okay, she was the first conspiracy theorist I ever knew, so I've known conspiracy theorists since I was born. Now, she passed away 7 years ago, last month, yeah. And, but she was a conspiracy theorist, and she believed in, she especially liked, she paid attention to zodiac signs and, what were they called? Fortunes, or what are they called? When they tell you predictions and all that, what's going to happen to you. And I remember reading those little books she would get. They were like monthly magazines, kind of small, about that. And she believed in ghosts. She believed in UFOs. She would drag me, when I was really, really young, out to the backyard with her. So when my dad was up in the front of the house watching TV, my other siblings were wherever. My siblings were wherever. And she would drag me outside with her. There I was, a little bitty girl in my nightgown, walking out with my mom in her nightgown. Took a look for UFOs. Seriously. And I was one of those, when I was really, really young, I was scared of the dark. And now, she had postpartum depression after she had me. Okay, and she never got over it. Really, I don't think she never got over it. And so for me to be the one she took out with her, was she wanting them to take me off? Okay, I can laugh at it now. But yeah, I should say strike that comment. That's serious. The postpartum depression is very serious for a lot of people. Actually, I've heard men have it. I don't know if there's any fact behind that, but or what would they even call it? But well, I guess the same. Anyway, she believed in all this stuff, and so did her. I'm thinking so did her mother. And they lived next door until, they got to a point where they had to move in with us. Her mother and her father, my maternal grandparents. And, but I believe she did too. They lived next door, and they had this thing that the woman that died in that house loved lavender, and the bathroom always smelled like lavender. And they believed that was still her ghost hanging around and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people who believe in these ghosts are also Christians, and I looked this up recently. I don't remember why, but I did just like days ago, I guess. And in the what I looked up, for what does the Bible say? Basically, just type in what does the Bible say about ghosts. Okay, and what I read, okay, it gives scriptures from the Bible and so on, and basically said once a person dies, I think it says that's all that there is for their plans on this earth, kind of thing. But that's it. That's over with. Nothing. That these are people calling ghosts. They think that it's people who lived there or died there or whatever. Those are not the people who lived there or died there or whatever. Okay, what it basically said was that these are fallen angels. Fallen angels that are, I don't know how I actually put it, but think of it in a way like they're bad. I think I can sum it up in that word. They're evil. Okay, fallen angels, they're evil. So, and that's what, something kind of, I guess the word demonic might be better to use. So it's not the people who are living there, and that's what it said. Like I said, most people say that they're Christians that believe in these, and they're seeing orbs and stuff like that. So, I mean, don't trust me on it. I would not be the best person in the world to tell you, exactly what the Bible says. So look it up for yourself, if you want to find out. But if you want to know that answer, is it? What is it? Why? You can look up a lot of things. I don't remember what it was called. I think it's called the let's see. I think it's just called openbible.com, and you put in a search word, and I think it's the King James version that it looks up, like anything. I typed in so many kinds of words into it. I've done it more than once, and over a long time. I don't know how long. Well, just to see, what does it say about this? What does it say about that? Because, I've heard a lot of people saying, they're Christian, and I'm saying, I don't remember that. I don't remember it that way in Christianity at all. I'm a Christian. I don't remember that being said that way. But, people have different views on them. But what does the Bible say? Okay, that's where it should go to. What does the Bible say about it? Not what you want it to be, but what does the Bible say about it? So, yeah. I am definitely doing stream of consciousness video. But there was also this about, one of the things I was looking up at one time, I don't know if it was the same time, but it was about, false prophets. Okay, people who go out there and they just, to me, I was trying to basically find out, what does a Christian do when there is somebody who's out there sending out, what does they say, okay? What do they say? Not do, but say. When, somebody's out there sending out misinformation, disinformation, just all, everything just to get them whatever they're really wanting. Usually, quite often, it's money, and power, attention, just wanting to be seen as an expert on something. And what should a Christian, say about something like that? Should they call them out? I actually put them out on there. Should they call them out? Like call them on the carpet, we say these days. Make them face what they're doing verbally. Have them face or I had read, when I looked that up, there was a whole bunch of things, but I have read a lot of little things here and there that, it's similar. But look for yourself, see what you see. Or ask your clergy person. If you want to go directly to a source, quite often they're right, So, nobody in the world's perfect. Remember that. None of us are perfect. But, like I said, I grew up with a mom who was a conspiracy theorist. She didn't believe in, that man had walked on the moon. That's how they put it back then. Man walked on the moon. She didn't believe it. She thought, basically, I guess the terminology we use these days she felt about Watergate was that it was all a hoax, or it was a plot against Nixon, or something like that. And I don't think she ever stopped believing that way. And she believed in things like the door. After my dad, my dad and her husband, passed away, she had a doorbell that was battery operated, and sometimes it would ring, and she believed that was him talking to her. Now, again, if we ask the Bible, what does it say? Okay, so, but she was my mom, and, I got along with her. I didn't have to have the same beliefs as she did. And before she died, she had dementia. She had dementia for many years. And I have 4 siblings, but before she died, when she grew up Catholic, her mom was Catholic and her dad was Methodist. And her mom was French. And her dad was, we never got the whole story out, but we don't know if he and his family or he left, but he was Amish. Okay. We never got the story. Yeah. But, before she died, I knew that she had been Catholic. And when she started getting, coming down with dementia, well, she had, I truly believe, agoraphobia. And she really didn't leave the house much. She really didn't leave her room much, her bedroom. A TV in there, bathroom in there, and all that. She only came out to cook a little bit and eat and go back in there. And but when she got dementia, she started wanting to, hop from religion to religion. And I think a lot of it was just people were telling her. But before then, she really didn't attend any church. After she went to Bible college and stuff like this, and because of her, agoraphobia. But anyway, I went and, before she was in a skilled nursing home, and I called around, spoke to Catholic churches, found one that would have the, what is they called? I'm not Catholic, but is it pastor? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I had one go in and read her, what do they call, the last rites or something like that, whatever it is. Had him perform that ceremony, whatever it was. I wasn't able to go there. I was 8 hours away, but I did that for her, and I don't think I ever told anybody, my family. I don't think they told anybody I know. You may be the first people who are hearing it, but and see, what I was saying, we still got along, and I still felt to her, that I had that kind of duty to do that, and I don't think any of my siblings did. Maybe they just didn't think about it, maybe that was what it was. But like I said, I never told any of them, so that's how it is. Oh, what in the world? Yeah. It's snowing out here. No, it's not really snowing. It's 83 degrees, but something's coming from somewhere, blowing stuff around. Our wind today could get up to, we have wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, so yeah. Well, you hear me, I'm losing my voice, so I probably should wrap this up. Yeah. But I just wanted to do a little video. Some things I'm really getting more into wanting to just keep record, like they call them vlogs, video blogs, and just keep a record of what's going on, what's happened in the past, and moving away from, every once in a while I'll do them, videos that are on a certain topic, like, my thing is narcissistic, histrionic people, talking about them, toxic people, really, people with those behaviors, and but really I am moving toward more of just vlogs, and that's what I feel. Stream of consciousness vlogs, okay? And I might just start changing the titles of them as stream of consciousness or go with the flow videos. I just did put one up, I think it's going public, probably did 30 minutes ago, that has that on go with the flow video. I just like the sound of it. It sounds kind of cute, but losing my voice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.